Walmart. Whether it's your local store or the nearby supercenter, it's a quick and cheap stop for all your home needs. Today we've got some of the worst clips of people doing disturbing, terrifying, and downright awful things at Walmarts all across the country. Buckle in and make sure you watch to the end. You won't want to miss what we have in store today. Walmart stalker going in circles. The last thing you want to deal with in a public place is someone following you. Maybe you've been in this situation, and maybe it's a slightly uncomfortable but easily explained mistake. However, this woman continued walking around Walmart when she realized she had someone tailing her around the store. This isn't some ill-informed employee, but rather a good case of this woman being very concerned for her own safety. It went on for about half an hour, and at the end of the video, she's advised by loss prevention to not leave the store alone. At least inside the store, she can keep herself safe around other people. In the parking lot, not so much.
Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. Yourself?
You see that guy behind me? He's been following me for like 30 minutes. I don't know if he's lost prevention or something, but he's been following me close for the last 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm not taking a picture. Okay, I can get them on the camera.
Sorry. I'm
You're
just
good.
like, I'm a little shaky.
Yeah, so don't leave the building. I'm gonna go take a picture. He is not loss prevention.
Safety first. Honestly, you never really know what people are gonna do. Walmart theft ring. Sometimes theft isn't enough. People get creative and find ways to get one over on the loss prevention crowd. These thieves had an elaborate ring all around Northeast Florida where they would purchase TVs, turn around, sell the TV to a third party, and place a different TV in the box to return it for a full amount.
Well, Tom, investigators say those men would walk into Walmart stores like this one and pull a switcheroo, and they always did it with large flat-screen TVs. Now, this is surveillance video of the men walking out of Walmart with those large TVs.
What it seems like is that they weren't checking the TV or serial numbers, and the thieves were getting away with swapping out for duped TVs. It went on for some time before people involved were eventually apprehended. Some people speculate this may have been an inside job, that serial numbers on electronics are usually checked to ensure they're returning the same item. The question is, was that always the case everywhere, or was this a good reason to review some rules and regulations? Robber threatens Walmart employee. What starts as an innocent routine customer interaction quickly goes south. The clip catches him walking into the store. No issue getting into the store since he looks like every other person. Before committing the crime, it seems like he removed his hat and sweater, hoping for sure to fly under the radar is untraceable. This person makes their way into Walmart with a clear, calculated plan, beelining straight for the jewelry counter. When a customer approaches him, knowing the behavior is abnormal, offering help, they're quickly shoved away. He threatens the employee and they quickly back away, not wanting to engage with a clearly armed and violent individual. He clears out the jewelry counter with what he wants, puts a mask on, and leaves the location rather quickly. Unfortunately for him, most of the comment section suggest this was probably not the best haul. Is any of the jewelry in Walmart even real? Body cam catches bomb threatener. It's hard to tell when someone is making a serious threat and when you might be making a leap in logic. Fortunately, this woman's threat was taken seriously as she was approached by a police officer wearing a body cam. The officer, an off-duty fish and wildlife conservation officer, collects her and her son and escorts them out of the store.
Ma'am, Officer Alvis for the Fish and Wildlife. Do you mind stepping out front with me?
She apparently had established a pattern of cray behavior, making verbal threats of violence in public, sometimes saying she would blow the place up if she wasn't given money.
Go ahead and put your phone down, your purse down, and the lighter. Yes. Go ahead and put it down right now.
She had a past of amphetamine use, known to have hallucinations, which likely fueled her many threats.
So the reason you're in handcuffs right now is for the mason jar filled with nails and kerosene that you constructed.
If there was something like that, it wasn't mine.
Okay, well they have video of you putting that together.
Listen, it wasn't me.
When she's taken into custody, the woman is loaded into the back of the cop car. Her cart had been full of questionable materials, leading them to believe these threats may not have been threats after all.
Well, I swear if you break my window or dent my truck, then you're gonna have additional charges. You realize you just kicked the door into my wrist, right?
Fight sparks active situation at Walmart. Things can go from bad to worse in a matter of seconds. This clip proves it. What began as a fight that broke out quickly turned into an extremely dangerous situation for everyone involved. Whether it be the people fighting, the workers breaking it up, or the customers completely unrelated to the incident, the people involved begin to scatter, going out into the store, and you can see it's just a normal day from most of their perspectives. However, things go south as people begin to huddle and hide. The video clip changes, showing groups of people rushing out of the building. Some locations would lock down after an active shooter call. Still, this Walmart quickly disperses and people get far away as possible. It's crazy to think these people were just there for a normal grocery shop, only to feel like their lives were endangered. How would you respond? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Explosions in the Walmart. Hopefully everyone got their groceries in time, because this Walmart likely won't be reopening. The first responders on this scene were treated to a terrifying ordeal on the ground as they fought the fire. Midway through the fight with the fire, though, as they pumped hundreds of gallons of water onto the flames, they realized they couldn't sustain those levels for much longer.
There is a water issue. We've been pumping a lot of water for 3 hours now, or I don't even know what time it is, but we've been using a lot of water and we can't sustain that long term.
They needed to use less water, which meant the fire, which was already an uphill battle to fight, would take even more time to put out.
So we're gonna have to cut back on our operations here, water consumption here, so we'll still have water for other places. So you may see additional fire trucks showing up. Those are to transport water in and out, which is going to slow our operations down a little.
That mixed with the explosions they heard deep within the flames added an already dangerous situation, with a dangerous fear among them of things spreading beyond the grounds of this supercenter. Dangerous Walmart aisle fire. While big fires are terrifying on their own, little ones inside the store can be just as unsettling. The scary part of this is the lack of evacuation or response. For what feels like an inordinate amount of time, no one seems to be doing anything about this fire. It continues to rage on.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, get out of here. Yeah, let's go this way.
Because we don't see the source of the flames, it looks like the shelves have decided to spontaneously combust in the middle of a weekday. Nearly a full filmed minute goes by before anything really starts happening. The signs and displays are falling apart, and suddenly an employee comes through from the back. Perfectly on time, really, given that the fire was starting to get a bit larger and potentially growing out of control. This cameraman caught the whole situation, including the charred remains of the Walmart end cap that it left behind. Walmart fires in the gawking public. Obviously, when things are already bad, it's only sometimes moments away from it getting significantly worse. This Walmart fire is one of those situations. Similar to the last clip, we can see how things could go awry rather quickly. No one seems to be scattering, instead standing as living bystanders, not wanting to miss the insanity. However, in a matter of seconds, this already difficult to combat fire begins to grow. It's on the top of an aisle, so it's easy to see how this may have started as a small flame and quickly grown out of proportion. The smoke above seems to grow thicker and more difficult as time goes by, becoming quite an issue for the employees who are just trying to keep people safe. The video ends rather quickly as an employee goes running, which is in strange stark contrast to the second employee we see moving at a very leisurely pace. Fire on the Walmart horizon. Somehow worse than the last clip, which was filmed up close, is a faraway fire. Imagine you're shopping, looking for a new winter coat or something of the like. Then suddenly, you look up and notice that the familiar Walmart lights are not looking so good.
Oh my God.
That, like this woman, you're witnessing a fire raging several aisles away.
That's crazy. Like, I've never seen nothing like that before, so I didn't really understand what was going on.
She continues to film as she walks by and likely alerted someone to the incident. But imagine if they hadn't seen it. Imagine if this woman wasn't filming and didn't see the flames at all, how long it would have taken them to address it.
30 seconds in, I was like, I shot the video and then I was out. Like, I did not want to stay in there.
The minimum wage is rough. Instead, I wouldn't blame them for waiting for the next guy to deal with it. Arresting a suspect in broad daylight. Loss prevention officers only have so much they can do. They try to keep thieves from terrorizing the store, but even that can seem impossible. This video was filmed by a third party as he approached an ongoing situation between LP and a shoplifter.
Are you going to go inside with me, or are you just going to stand here stupid and wait for PD to get here?
Unfortunately, given the video's length of content, we don't have the whole situation. The employee quickly tries to get rid of the filming party, but he continues to film and refuses to leave the premises.
Sir, you do not have my permission to record me, and I need you to leave my store, please.
Hey, do you care if I record this man having his hands on you?
Whether the thief actually stole or not, the situation seems to have escalated quickly around them, leaving everyone reeling and just trying to take control. On the other hand, the shoplifter is quiet throughout the whole clip. Surely everyone else is making enough noise for him, too.
Yeah, I don't think...
Let's go inside the door.
Before the last clip, since you watched up until this point, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? We upload 2 new creepy, disturbing, and downright scary videos every week, so stay up to date with our latest releases by getting those post notifications. If you enjoyed this one, we have plenty more for you on the channel, so you won't want to miss a single one. Snake in the cart. This last clip is a little different from the ones we've shown you, mostly because Walmart had nothing to do with it. Sometimes it's not the people you need to worry about, but the wildlife. This Walmart in North Texas had an unexpected visitor come in. They may not have gotten a video clip, but the anchor shows pictures of what one customer would be very unpleasantly surprised to find. An employee was the one who got the surprise while collecting carts late one evening, and luckily they were able to safely remove the snake. Imagine this, you're going to the grocery store and you go to pull a cart, only to be very surprised by a no-legged, not-so-friendly friend. How do you think this guy got here? Was he just looking for a comfy place to sleep, or was this a pet drop-off gone very wrong?